said that.
Yeah, Hero Austin's Hero Austin, and he's a little Austin now. Now, listen. Austin honestly played very, very well, and it was just like a couple of mistakes he made that kept him in the game. I feel like that's the case for both of us. I felt like both of us, like 90% of the game, we both played like really well offensively, but then there were like 2 bad decisions each of us had that like kept the other around.
Yeah, definitely. It was a good game though. That fumble on the goal line was huge.
How much? I mean, obviously, I wasn't watching Austin's stream. How much was he like freaking out during the game?
It wasn't anything like super funny, like that one time he was freaking out, or like when CMAS rages, but he was pissed.
Yeah.
So
I feel it. He definitely had a couple things to be pissed about, no doubt. Oh, hold on. I'm dumb. I got a at channel here. I was about to link my own stream. Nope. Better League Network.
With man Alex and Connor.
Again, super debatable, but sure. I mean, I guess technically you did make it further in the playoffs than the other Ox, so.
Right.
I'm not going to disagree.
I also have more playoff wins than I bounced him in the first round. Wait,
That's
are we
facts.
on stream?
Yeah, we're streaming. Yeah, all that shit talk is on stream, so I just hope you're okay with that.
That's fine. I mean, it's fine. Sorry, Alex. Sorry, little Alex.
The Browns are AFC champion. God, I love looking at these headlines here.
You can jerk yourself off later, God.
I mean, yeah, no, I hope you realize like this whole stream is just gonna be me just pleasuring myself for an hour. It's gonna be great.
That's weird. I got to sit here and listen to that.
I mean, you chose to. You could record it and sell it for money.
That's true. That's true.
Buddy, everyone get in here. They're not starting quite yet, but everyone get in here anyway. Because we got a good one. I think. Hopefully it'll be a good one.
Hopefully. I think this might be like the Cook game. Everyone's going to be like, oh, Ben's got this, and then Boss will play it close.
Why can't I see? Okay, so I see comments, but I can't see who's leaving them. What's going on with that? Hold on.
You're the pro streamer.
Yeah, but like this is the first time that's ever... Hey, listen. My setup is so janky, I'm not going to lie to you, but whoever said that, hopefully it starts like showing usernames here. That's kind of annoying, but Connor, how's it feel to have the biggest win of your life? Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, after... When the Denzel Ward pick six happened, I was legit screaming so loud that I'm shocked, like actually legitimately shocked I didn't get a noise complaint. But here we are. Little shook after that second interception. Actually, very shook after that second interception, but we made it work anyway. Okay, this is okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna quit out of Twitch, and then bring it back because I really need to be able to see these usernames. Fingers crossed that works. But yeah, we may have a couple minutes here. Ben's running a bit late, but as we set up for this one, ladies and gentlemen, of course, Ben's San Francisco 49ers versus Boz's Minnesota Vikings. Boz, I wouldn't say shocked the world, but he definitely played much better than I was expecting. Again, I can't see these usernames, y'all. I'm so sorry, but just thank you so much for the continued support. Maybe if I do... Did the Twitch app, like, update or something?
I think so.
That's aggravating. That's real aggravating. Yeah, I may not be able to see who's leaving what comments on. I apologize for that, but again, thank you all for the support. Little Alex, of course, the first broadcast we've done together since our divisional round game, you know. We don't have to talk about it. Or we can't if I... Wow.
Shut the fuck up.
But what are we expecting here in this one? Of course, again, Boz did, I think, much better than everyone expected against King. We still don't know a ton about how he'll compete here on the brightest lights. But are we expecting a good one here, or are we expecting Ben to perhaps run away with us?
I think this would be a good one. I think the first season, was it? Or no, sorry, the second season when he made it to the Super Bowl, he looked pretty dominant, I think, during the regular season and even the playoffs. But this playoffs, he's looked a little shaky, especially against Cook, who obviously is a very solid user, but I still think with Ben's team and Ben's skill, it shouldn't have been that close of a game. So I think as long as Ben locks in, he will win. But it's really just a matter of what Ben will show up today.
Yeah, I think the game against Cook was a wake-up call for sure. I am not sure he was taking that game 100% seriously early on. But, and, you know, Cook almost made him pay for it. Cook, of course, going up 27-7 at one point in that game. Ben ultimately the victor. But I think we'll see, like, the second version of Ben you're talking about. I think we'll see the locked-in version of Ben. Now, will that be enough to win? I don't know. But one thing I do know that Boz is going to have to do a lot better than he did against King is disguise his coverages, because we know that if Ben sees, you know, undisguised cover 2, really, you know, any just completely undisguised coverage, he will set up those heaters and he will score one-play touchdowns on you. I have faith in Boz to be able to use the middle of the field pretty well, and I have confidence in him to move the ball decently efficiently, but I continue to worry about his seeming, like, lack of want or lack of desire to disguise his coverages with it. Again, I kind of noticed against King.
Yeah, I think that's like the big thing for Boz, is if he can make his defense look a little weird, then that would be big. But I think his user makes up for it, just because at least against King, he looked really, really good, like top 5 with his user. But I mean, maybe that's a little bold. He hasn't played a ton in this league, but he's looked really good usering wise.
And Ben just told me it should just be one more minute, so we should be getting going pretty soon here. Again, y'all, I, for whatever reason, cannot see who's leading which comment, or leaving which comment, so I apologize for that. But we have one prediction that says, don't want to be a hater, and Boz could clearly prove me wrong, but I've got Ben by 21 plus. I could see that. You know, I could definitely see that depending on especially how the first quarter breaks out. And then there's another prediction that says, I've got Boz, Ben already putting a ring on his finger in DMs. I think that's just how Ben operates, though.
Ben's just an asshole.
Like, I get, like, he did that against Kook, he did that against CMAS, he's doing it now, and I guarantee you he's going to do that against me if he gets there. But I don't think that's really reflective of the level of focus we're going to see from Ben. I think Ben knows that Boz is very capable of winning this game, and, you know, as we were both saying, Alex, I think we're going to see, again, a locked-in version of Ben from the jump here.
Yeah, especially after, I think that Cook game may have been kind of good for Ben, now that I think about it, because he clearly underestimated him. And now it should stop him from underestimating Boz, because Boz has had some shaky games, and Ben probably has a lot of confidence, but I don't think he'll let it get to his head this time.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's an NFC Championship game. Like, you can't overlook people at any point in the playoffs. I mean, that was what, you know, caused him to almost lose to Cook there early on. But you especially cannot overlook people in the conference championship game. I mean, you're looking at a team that got the 1 seed in the NFC and a team that, again, finds himself in the conference championship game. It would be beyond stupid to overlook him. Again, Ben should be getting started one more minute here. CMAS saying, I disguised my coverage. Didn't matter. You disguise your coverage sometimes, for sure. I'll give you that. But yeah,
I think CMAS, when you run man the whole game, it's kind of hard, because you can kind of just, like, assume you're in man. You know, it doesn't really matter what the defense looks like.
Yeah, a lot of man, a lot of cover too. It was a whole lot of stuff going on. Test, Connor, again, thank you all so much for the support, y'all. As people continue to flood in here, I can't see who's... Twitch did an update or something, I can't see who's leaving what comment. So if you could, like, leave your name next to your comments if it's something you want me to react to or something you want Little Alex to react to, I would definitely appreciate that. But looks like we got good stuff going on. CMAS saying I ran over coverage. No, you didn't. Bosman coverage going to get toasted. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is one of those games where I could very easily see this being, like, highly competitive heading into the fourth quarter, and I could very easily see this being, like, a cakewalk for Ben. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if either of those things happened, you know?
100% agree.
We'll see. But from what you've seen from Ben, I mean, we haven't seen a ton of Boz, so we can I guess, talk about that too. But from what you've seen from Ben in your time in the better league, from Boz's perspective, of course, a decent running game with Muhammad, no abilities, but still very much able to get him loose. And of course, a highly efficient passing game with Tom Brady and company. What type of offensive approach are you expecting from Boz here? Are we going to see, just very generically, conservative, more run heavy than typical, or do you think he's going to let it fly today?
I think he'll stick to his game. He seems like a very simple offense, and that's not an insult by any means. But he's not overly aggressive. He's not cooking up heaters or like dots like Austin. But he just finds the open man. I don't really know how else to explain it, but it's just like his guys just kind of get open. So no, I don't think we'll see him get too aggressive. But Boz, in my experience, because we're decent friends, he tends to like not care. Kind of gets really complacent. So I wouldn't be shocked if he were to go down like 17, maybe 21, and then he just kind of checks out in that game. But
you think even in the conference championship game he could do that?
Knowing Boz, I would not put it past him. Maybe it'd be like 28, but
dang,
still,
that's tough.
Also, Boz just asked me for a Discord invite, so he may hop in.
I guess I'm not. The problem is we're not going to see the plays until like 5 seconds after he does, so that's not going to be very conducive to like good announcing. But tell him to save it for the post game interview.
Wait, what do you mean? I think he just wants to talk like pregame.
Oh, pregame. Okay, yeah. Go ahead then. Go ahead. I thought you meant like during the game, and I was like, eh.
No, I don't know about that one.
But yeah, pregame. Let's do it.
He did invite me to a party midway through our game though, when I was playing him. So it wasn't
That's
really
funny.
a game. But I don't know what the hell Voss was doing. I don't think he was playing for real.
Well, I was told 1 minute from Ben like 5 minutes ago. This is interesting. Yeah. Sorry, Boz. I misinterpreted what you were saying. Yes, you can absolutely be in the Discord for pregame. Get in here. Okay, Ben's ready. Let's go, boys! NFC Championship time. It's a big one. We don't got CMAS in here. We don't got CMAS's beautiful face to look at, but we got two beautiful we'll say, charitably say two beautiful voices here.
Okay.
Now take that however you want.
Makes it to the Super Bowl and now thinks he's hot shit. To be fair, I do something.
No, I promise you, nothing, like, if I win the Super Bowl, nothing about my self-perception will change. Like, you could very easily call me all-team. But it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and welcome to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We got a good one here, hopefully just as good as the AFC Championship game you just saw. I am your play-by-play man for the evening, Connor Rice, and again, I'm joined by little Alex. Sir, how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great, I'll be honest with you. Again, this is not going to be me talking about my own successes the whole time, but I'm doing great as Harris will take it out. Harris able to get to where he would have been on a touchback, gets to the 25, and now, of course, we talked about Boz's offensive approach that you think we're going to see from Ben. Obviously, against CMAS, he was able to cook up those hot dots, able to cook up those vertical routes pretty consistently, even though CMAS claims he was disguising his coverage. What type of offensive approach are we expecting here from Ben, and then how do you counteract that if you're Boz?
Out routes. And I don't know. I think it's a purple that covers it if you set the zone drop correctly. But out routes. And then just don't let him know you're in cover 2 or else he will streak you to death. Besides that, though, I've only played him once, and I haven't watched very many of his games, so I'm not 100% familiar with the way he plays. But I'm fairly sure his run game isn't the best. So I think if you just guard the out routes, you guard his money plays, then you have a very good chance of winning.
Yeah, it's not like Ben is immune to making mistakes. We've seen that both in the game against Boz and his divisional round game as he will drop back. Kyler Murray goes up the seam. A beautiful throw. Harris drops it, Shocking they drop it because he only got breathed on there by the DB, but unable to come down with it now in early 3rd and 1, and we will likely see him try to establish Sally here.
Yeah, and there it is. Boz not really disguising his coverages. And
exactly.
Already taking a shot down 7.
Exactly, yeah. We have a handoff here to Sally. Sally able to get the first down and more all the way to the 40-yard line. And I'll be very curious to see, because Ben in his game against CMAS, of course, the passing game was working extraordinarily well, as well as you can expect, but he really was not able to get the run game going much at all. It made him one-dimensional, which was okay in that game because he was pretty comfortably winning the whole time, but I'll be curious to see, if Boz can do a better job of shutting down those deep shots than CMAS did. I'll be curious to see, how one-dimensional he gets moving forward. Kyler Murray will drop back. Comes on the team! Intercepted by Kendricks! A beautiful user! And again, do not test Bonds' users, man. One of the best in the league. A huge play there. And a first down for Minnesota.
Yeah, that's a huge play, and that's what we've been saying. He's just got a really good user, and Kendricks actually has lurker, which I think makes him even more dangerous, because I think normally that pass may have been completed over the head, but I think with lurker you get like DB type animations, and we saw right there.
That is something you'll see a lot from Boz whenever Trace McSorley is in the game. It's a read option. If you're Ben, you're going to want to set your option defense to conservative there, because as we just saw, Trace McSorley can hit the whole game of 13 there in a first down from Minnesota. And again, give him prime field position. It's important, if you're Boz into the situation, got to put up 7 on the board. Every time you're given prime field position like this, you got to take advantage whenever you can. And we have a 4-man drop here. Tom Brady will drop back. It will have Y if he goes to it. Yes, he does. This is Chasina. He have 96 speed, gets out of bounds, decleated, but not before getting a gain 24 to first down. Nice safe reads here from Boz early on. Thank you for your contributions, little Alex. Such good analysis as always.
Oh my God, I was on mute. I'm so sorry. Okay, so you can announce this play and I'll talk at you.
Okay, sure. First and 10 here, again, 2 minutes in the first quarter. Boz already with prime field position, finding himself in the red zone. We have a handoff, the first one of the game to Muhammad. Muhammad gets stuck on the center, behind the center, really, and he will go down at the line of scrimmage for gain. Well, no gain, excuse me. Go ahead, Alex.
So as I was saying, before I muted myself, I think that Trace McSorley thing works pretty well, having Tom Brady on the field, because usually you wouldn't think twice about putting conservative on. But I really don't like how he used it so early, because now Ben's likely going to go put it on anyways with Tom Brady out there. But I think that could have been like a huge game-changing type of play if he were to use that when he needed a clutch touchdown to seal the game.
Yeah,
but I don't know. We'll see.
That's actually, a point I didn't even think about, but you just made a very good point. Yeah, I may have wanted to save that look for a money situation, because now Ben may see it coming moving forward. 3rd and 8 here again. The first 3rd and long here of the day. He will go to A. This may be a first down. Oh, no, coming down with it. Nearly intercepted on the tip by Roberts. Could have been a pick 6. And Boz, after getting prime field position, able to take it to the red zone, but not much further. And he will take his 3 here to make it a 3-0 game.
Yeah, Boz getting kind of bailed out there, but not a bad drive. I mean, I know he did have good field position, and ultimately ended in a field goal, and you'd like a touchdown there. But, I mean, he was completing passes. He looked pretty good, not making too many dangerous reads. So I think his offense has showed up. It has only been 1 drive, though, so I don't want to talk too soon. But I think Boz has showed up to the team.
It'll be interesting. I mean, I again, as you said, small sample size, but I like the kind of disciplined reads, as you said, that we saw from Tom Brady here. Phil saying, what happens if I join the Discord? I mean, Phil, if you want to hop in and be our sideline reporter, feel free. That's fine with me. Just make sure you're watching the stream on your computer, because otherwise it'll be out of sync. 1st and 10 here. We see Kyler Murray and company take the field for the second time. Drops back. Kyler Murray goes down. Throw out a sack there. Could have been dangerous. Kyler Murray 0 for 3 on the day. Not very characteristic here of Ben so far.
And that's just another beautiful user. I think some people may say that Kendricks is the reason Boz is good, but I think that was a DB there, and he was able to cover almost every route over there. I don't know who Ben was throwing to, but it was likely a pick if he got that off.
2nd and 10, 3-man rush. He will drop back. Good using again by Neal, though he will have it swatted away. Devontae Adams unable to come down with it. Kyler Murray, again, not that was a shaky read necessarily, but a bit of a shaky accuracy there to lead behind Devontae Adams. And we have a 3rd and 10 here. And again, how huge would it be here for Boz to get 2 straight defensive stops? Again, 3rd and 10, Kyler Murray making a series of checks at the line. Again, so imperative to those guys through coverage. He will drop back, goes to the out route. Shot to Madden 20, Ben. Gain of 11 and a first down.
Wow, Phil actually joined us.
All right.
Beautiful stuff. How's it going, Phil?
Yeah, pretty late, but enjoying some playoff football.
Absolutely beautiful stuff. Deep shot to Devontae Adams, and he comes down with it. Unlike against CMS, that was pretty well covered there. Pretty much a double covered pass, but Devontae Adams, man, sometimes he just comes down with those. And interesting, aggressive tackling there. We just saw the coach's adjustment there from Minnesota. I'm not sure if I love that necessarily, but we'll see how it plays out. We see a couple key fumbles here, 1st and 10. And Phil, after this play, I'll get to you about your predictions for this game. But for now, again, Kyler Murray making a series of checks, nickel double A gap. Kyler Murray drops back, has the corner out instead, goes to the dump off. This is Cordell Patterson able to juke multiple men. Touchdown 49ers. A beautiful bounce back drive from Ben, and he puts his first touchdown on the board, and it will be 7-3 49ers.
That was just that was sticky. That's real sticky. People like to say that juking and stuff is sticky, but I mean that's just kind of like flicking the stick a little bit, getting like the animations. But that was absolutely disgusting by Ben.
Beautiful stuff. Phil, of course, both of us have a lot of experience with Ben in this league. I don't know how much experience you have with Boz necessarily, but so far, based on A, what you've seen, and B, what you were thinking about in terms of this game, who are you expecting to come away with this and why?
I mean, I don't really know anything about Matt, which is some gate. But I think Ben, his attack is pretty unstoppable most of the time.
Yeah.
And even if he's down like 2 scores going into the fourth, I think probably going to put up 3.
Yeah, I think I would 100% agree with you, especially with how he looked against CMAS. It was just looked almost unfair at times the way he was able to get those, again, deep touchdowns. And we're going to want to see Minnesota establish the run game a little bit more. That his Khalfani Muhammad, again, shout out to Madden 17 Sean there. He was able to use Muhammad to great effect, but we have a gain of 8 here. And again, got to be unpredictable with your play calls, with your running calls. And I like this, a counter for Muhammad. Muhammad able to fall forward for gain 3 and a first down.
I think another thing that was overlooked is Boz actually has SWAT on for his DBs, which I mean, I'm not really sure if I agree with that, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone turn that on. Everyone's usually hungry for those interceptions. Yep. So I think that'll be an interesting thing to pay attention to throughout the game.
Very nice shooting of the gap there from Ben, and this will be 2nd and 10. And again, for some reason now I can see the names of the people who are leaving comments, but whoever said, did you win, Connor? Yes, sir. 2nd and 10 here, again, 4 minutes remaining. This is something you'll see Ben do a lot, is press way up in the secondary, try to bait deep shots as we have a drop back. Had X open briefly, takes a shot, almost intercepted. The receiver actually played defense there, slotting that ball away, and we have a 3rd and 10. Again, Boz going to make those shaky reads, and again, 3rd down here for Minnesota.
That was a very un-Boz-like thing to do. I think he usually does that when the game's almost
you
over.
You won your game, Connor.
36-24. It was one of the most stressful things in my life. Thank you. I'm super excited about it. We'll drop back, have the angle route open, intercepted by Hunter and Hodges, excuse me, again. It's a little pixely, y'all. I apologize. I saw the H and just assumed that'll take it all the way to 19, and I'm sorry, Phil, go ahead.
Well, this might be the first Super Bowl we ever have with the same pass.
Yeah, it might be. You're right. I'm gonna have to think about that, but yeah. 1st and 10 here again. Not gonna want to give Ben good field position here. Deep shot to Devontae Adams. Touchdown. 49ers cannot run undisguised cover 2. He did there. Adams able to get the step, and Ben starting to look cool and collected here again after that initial interception. 14-3 Minnesota, and Alex, you're talking a little bit about Boz maybe mentally checking out. Maybe a bit too early for that, but do you worry at all here about Boz's mental state heading forward in this game?
I am very worried. I respect Boz because he's very good at keeping calm. I mean, he plays weekend league all the time and he doesn't throw his controller. So I do respect the way he keeps calm, but it might be a little just too calm. I don't know. I think this drive right here will tell us a bit more on how Boz will play for the rest of the game. But if I am Boz, I'm a little worried because Ben's offense has looked unstoppable besides that first drive. Besides those first 2 picks.
Stretch to Muhammad there. Muhammad once again able to get a gain of 7, We have an injury on the field that is Witherspoon, although he looks fine. Looked like he was just walking, so that was probably a minor injury. Thank you, C-Max, for fixing that. Yeah, I can see everyone's names now. Every time Ben's in the red zone and Adams is one-on-one, he's throwing it with red zone threat, hoping for the blink. That is facts. Red zone threat. One of the more underrated OP abilities in this game. Chesina able to get a gain of 1, but again, another 3rd down situation here. Bordering on the edge of danger territory here if you're Minnesota.
For sure, but it is also only the first quarter.
For sure.
So if I'm Boz personally, my head's still in it, but knowing Boz, like I said, I'm just a bit worried.
Had both corner routes open, goes to Johnson, gets through, and Johnson able to stay in bounds. Johnson takes it all the way, able to shot another tackle all the way to 16, and man, that could have easily been an interception, honestly, but Johnson able to come down with it, and that is a huge gain in a way for Boz to get back in this game here. 1st 10 to 16.
Yeah, a bit of an unlucky animation for Ben, but great pass, great run after the catch.
100%, yeah, 1st and 10, and we will see. Once again, Tom Brady makes a series of checks at the line, a bunch of window dressing for a run, although he ends up audibling out of it. Again, Ben continuing to motion his secondary around and continuing to disguise his coverage. We will see what happens here as we have a flip here. Tom Brady drops back, had a briefly, does not go to it, goes to a dangerous read, intercepted by Jarrett, and again, man, Boz, he'll give you those shaky reads, and so far, San Fran coming down with all the picks that are possible right now, 14-3, and again, another waste opportunity here for Minnesota.
This game has really been flipped on its head. I mean, from that first drive, I was thinking, okay, this is going to be like a really hard-fought game from Boz, but now his offense is just, I mean, Tom Brady seems blind out there. Hopefully he can come back, get a big stop here, maybe put together a nice drive, but I don't know, we'll see. This is a bit scary.
100%. Yeah, gotta get a stop here for Minnesota. And Phil, just in terms of Boz's offense so far, of course, 2 red zone drives already, only coming down with a total of 3 points here. Are there any adjustments you're seeing here that you would make if you're Boz? Like, do you like his attack, don't like it? You know, how are you thinking about this so far?
Well, it was the start of the game. I'd say you should keep running. Now that you're Ben's got can't afford to do that. So I think you just got to keep praying, basically. Praying.
Sometimes you just gotta pray in these games. Yeah, I feel that. We have a 3rd and 7. That was a very well covered pass there to Devontae Adams, and of course could have very easily been intercepted potentially if we'd gotten a different animation. But it will be 3rd and 7. Ben really not even worrying about the run game so far. You know, really going pass heavy to open things up as we have another 3-man rush. He will drop back, goes up the seam, dangerous read. Adams unable to come down with it, gets hit hard. And that is exactly what you need if you're Boz here. Early 3 and out. And again, 2 shaky reads from Ben there, both of which could have ended in picks.
I absolutely loved that first coverage. He put him in cover 2 and it baited him and actually successfully did it. But, I mean, did not get the pick. I still love that adjustment, though. I think while we were questioning Boz, I think his head is in the game. Mm-hmm. And I think this offensive drive right here is huge.
Yeah, that was good scouting by Boz there. You know, saw that was a tendency for Ben to go up the sideline against this guy's cover 2, and almost took very good advantage of it there. Again, this is something Ben will do a lot. Presses way up, although only rushing 3. Has B open, goes to B. This is Johnson with a nice gain of first down. And I will say, Boz doing a good job, like, until he gets to the red zone, he's doing a really good job of taking his checkdowns. It's just once he's gotten to the red zone, it's gotten real risky. Hand off to Muhammad. Sure. Muhammad may have room, able to get out the edge, and that is a big hit and likely a holding penalty that'll take it back to the 46-yard line, 1st and 16. And I'm sorry, Alex, go ahead.
Yeah, like you were saying, he moves the ball solidly, but then once he gets in the red zone, he just makes kind of stupid reads. So I think, I mean, you'd like to see him make an adjustment and start hitting those reads in the red zone, but if you can't, then I think you got to start going for a big play without being overly aggressive, you know, just throwing it up in double coverage. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, 100% agree. 2nd and 14 as we approach the end of the first quarter here. Okay, no worries. Again, you know, Ben looking like a better user so far, although not immune to mistakes here. It's been honestly a little bit shaky from both users, I would say, so far. He will drop back, does not go to it, and overthrows the drop off there that is a target to Muhammad. And now we have 3rd and a mile here, 3rd and 14. And if I'm Minnesota, I'm really prioritizing getting the field goal range here because I don't know how aggressive you want to be here.
Definitely. I would not hate, you know, a little short dump off or even an inside zone here. But it doesn't seem like he's going to do that.
Doesn't seem like it at all. Again, 3-man rush. He will drop back, goes to Y, may have a step, somehow comes down with it. Touchdown, Vikings. A much-needed play there to get back in this game. It looked like Ben honestly saw it coming, but just unable to get there. And Boz with a huge play here to get his first touchdown. 14-10, San Francisco.
I did not know Tom Brady had the arm to make that throw. That was a hot dot.
A succulent dot, as some might say. You're absolutely right. A big, beautiful throw.
That? I think you're the only one who says succulent. Succulent dot.
Listen, I have many trademark phrases. That's one of them. 14-10 San Francisco here. And again, you know, 3 and out, but again, 2 dangerous reads from Ben, and I'll be curious to see, and especially after giving up that touchdown, I'll be curious to see how he bounces back on this drive. Again, so important to keep Boz in an uncomfortable position, keep the scoreboard pressure on Boz, because we have seen Boz be very capable when he does not have pressure on him. Slip screen, and Cordell Patterson gets loose. Patterson with about a 19 one-cut animation there. He will fall forward for the game of 10 and the first down, and that is the end of the first quarter, and looks like we got a good one here, Alex.
Yeah, I was kind of scared at first. I thought it was going to be a blowout, maybe a little premature, but Vaz is really locked in on defense, and even is starting to put together good drives on offense. So hopefully this one stays close.
One of the only runs of the day that is Cordell Patterson able to fall forward. A nice gain of 6 there. And Patterson's first rush of the day, although he is the backup running back, of course, has been aggressively told me in my DMs after the divisional round. We'll see here. I mean, we're seeing, of course, Ben come out in a lot of these 3-4 wide receiver sets. You know, if I'm Boz, I'd feel pretty comfortable coming out nickel and dime for the rest of the game because, you know, if Ben's going to run it on you and win that way, then let him, as we have another deep shot. Devontae Adams unable to come down with it. And that was good coverage. I will say the Vikings DBs so far doing a much better job of covering those than the Bears DBs did in the divisional round. 3rd and 4 here again. Could be potential for a huge stop here as Kyler Murray will drop back, goes to the zig route, and unable to come down with it. And that's a good play call there from Minnesota. You know, disguise the fact that he's coming out in hard flat, tried to go to the flats and unable to come down with it, and that is another stop. And again, Minnesota, after it was looking shaky there early, very much in this game as we have punt right down the middle, and we'll see what Gibson is able to do here. Takes it to the left, runs into the 49er. Gibson almost gets loose, able to take it to the 27-yard line. And yeah, man, I mean, Boz, I got to give him credit. You know, his defense is showing up here after a couple shaky drives.
I was muted again. But
well,
damn, it really is crazy because Boz's team is not the best. The secondary is built out of, you know, kind of bums with a few decent players. So that's crazy how Marshawn Lattimore and Byron Murphy can't cover him, but Boz's defense can. But I'd also like to see him stop calling cover 2 because Devontae Adams is, for the most part, killing him.
Yeah, I mean, Ben's gonna come down with those at some point. You know, he hasn't really been able to fully exploit that yet. But yeah, as you said, that's just a dangerous proposition against Ben. We have a handoff. Muhammad has plenty of room, almost able to get the first down, able to... Maybe they'll give him the first down if they reach for it. Okay, they're not 3rd and 1. And Phil saying, oh, wait, ignore me. I'm like 10 minutes behind. C-Matt saying that's all Brady there, going back to, you know, going back all the way to Boz's last touchdown. Let me know, y'all, how we feeling about this game so far. You know, how competitive are we expecting it moving forward? Because I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty good one based on what we're seeing. Again, another read option and another handoff from McSorley. That time, nothing doing whatsoever. And yeah, that's the thing. You know, can't keep running that against Ben and being so predictable because he will adapt, as we saw him adapt right there, 4th and 5.
Shout out to Boz for using that camera angle. I always see him do that in punts, and it's honestly a smart trick, but I always forget when I get in the game.
Yeah. I don't know. I just use the vibration and just kind of do that, but...
Oh, what?
My controller vibrates and it tells me everything I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me all of the information I need. The vibrator.
Right.
Sorry, I mean controller. 14-10 here. Again, we have a pinch of the D-line there, which I generally like. I'm not particularly worried about Ben's outside run game, in all honesty, given the general lack of speed with the 2 running backs. As we have maybe an orbit screen here, he will drop back. 6-man rush, blitzes, and takes a post shot, and Harris all the way to the 39-yard line. And yeah, I don't know, those kind of delayed blitzes against Ben, he's going to find the open pocket, and there he did for a huge gain.
I absolutely hate that play call. He's in a cover 2 zone, and he's not going to use her the outside, and he didn't use her down the middle. I'm fairly sure that Ben could have thrown any route there, and it would have been wide open.
Yeah, Ben pretty much could have done whatever the hell he wanted there, as he said, and we have a 1st and 10, and I'll get to your comment real quick, Dan. Is that, oh, Sally, ooh, that could have been a touchdown, but again, a Madden 19 one-cut animation. Shout out to EA, you trash-ass devs. Although I love your game right now, actually. Thank you so much, Madden. But Dan saying, handoff on the read option with McSorley. That's an easy first down. He's so tunnel vision of the QB keeper. Yep. Just because it worked once doesn't mean it's going to keep working, and we'll see what he does here. Counter to Sally. Sally unable to get much of anything going as he is triple-teamed by 3 men, and that is the 2nd and 12.
I think something that may come back to bite Boz in the butt is that while his user is fantastic, it seems like every time he's using someone, he just keeps on moving him. Like, he's so jittery, and it might tell Ben where he's at and allow him to throw away.
Anger out wide open, goes up the seam. Samuel almost intercepted on the tip there. And again, would have had the angle route for a solid 8 or 9 yards there. Instead, tried to take the deep shot. And I know the San Fran trusts their receivers there in one-on-one coverage, but, that's not Devontae Adams. He's not necessarily going to be able to come down with that. 3rd and 12 here, and this would be a huge stop again for Boz if he can get it. And I like the defensive look we got going on here, although... Yeah, that kind of disguises the fact that he's a man a little bit there. The audibles, he will, again, make a series of adjustments. 3rd and 12, 6:03 remaining. Drops back 3-man rush, goes to the out rattle, though nowhere near left for a first down. And now, incomplete, excuse me. And now San Francisco forced to take their 3.
Well, they did end up scoring. That was, I think, a very fantastic stop from Boz. That's 3 straight drives in a row where Ben has only scored a total of 3 points. He's just got to put it together on offense.
Yeah, you kind of just got to, especially after that early 14-3 deficit, you kind of got to hang on here for Minnesota. And so far, Minnesota doing a very good job of that, as you said. And again, 1-possession game here, about halfway through the second quarter. Boz finds himself very much in this, although, again, there are a couple tendencies that we've both pointed out on offense from Boz that I'm not loving so far. But, still plenty of time to make adjustments. We'll see what Boz does here to keep this thing going moving forward. 1st and 10, 5:29 remaining. This one, again, a 17-10 ball game, as he will hand the ball off. Muhammad may get loose. Muhammad able to get to the 28 there. And Muhammad, it feels like he's getting 3-4 yards of pop consistently, but really unable to break the big one so far.
Yeah, I think Boz is really missing Dalvin Cook. I feel so bad for injuring him, but it is what it is.
Do you, though?
No.
Exactly. 2nd and 9 here. Again, 5 minutes remaining. Brady will drop back. May have something. Goes a throw out, a sack, and oh my, nearly came down with a ridiculous catch there. Again, another situation where he had multiple routes open, just needed a half second longer in the pocket, and that likely would have been a 1st down, but we'll see what he cooks up here. I'll get to in 1 second, Alex, since that was called so quickly. 3rd and 7, drops back again, only 3-man rush. Has A if he wants it. Does not go to it. Instead, a crosser and an interception by Davis. Again, Boz not taking these checkdowns anymore, and will this be a pick 6? I mean, most likely not. Oh my goodness, Davis able to utilize blocking perfectly. Gets past everyone. Touchdown 49ers. What a return. And a huge defensive play there by San Francisco.
I was like seconds away from telling you that you're crazy for thinking this is a big 6. I mean, Ben has gotten extremely sticky in this game. I don't know if it's Boz being bad at user tackling or Ben just displaying the sticks.
I think that was more just Ben utilizing the blocking perfectly. Honestly, man, he ran pretty much in a horizontal line all the way to the sideline and just kind of let his blocking set up, and then, of course, aided by a dumb hit stick by Boz. But gotta give San Fran credit there. I mean, easy to get the interception and double coverage there, but really, really nice return. I'm not sure many users would have been able to do that. And yeah, Alex saying what a return. That's facts. Yeah, that in my opinion was a play of the game so far, and it's actually not particularly close. 1st 10 here. Again, Boz once again finds himself in a pressure situation. He will hand off to Muhammad. Muhammad could have gotten a lot more there, but tried to cut inside, and a wrap-up tackle there by the D tackle. 2nd and 7.
Seems like Boz is trying to be a little too cute and a little too aggressive on that last play. All of his audibles were something like weird. Like it was a few runs, a jet pass, a fake jet pass. So I'm not really sure what the game plan is right now, but I hope he turns it around.
Tried to do a play action there with McSorley, maybe trying to bait Ben into a run commit, but nothing doing there whatsoever, and that is a sack, and now 3rd and a mile here. And again, we're on the precipice of this getting really bad potentially for these Minnesota Vikings, as Tom Brady will go down again. Those 3-man rushes with Nick Bosa, Neil Hunter, etc. Not easy to defend, and now again backed up into his own end zone. Minnesota forced punt the ball away, and it's going to be so critical for Boz to get a stop here, because if Ben goes up 31-10 at that point, it's looking real dangerous.
Yeah, this drive could really be a statement if Ben can score 7 points and even run out the clock. But I do not remember who got ball first.
San Francisco got ball first and threw the pick, so yeah, we'll see who's able to do a toss to the right here. Johnson may have the blocking. Johnson able to get to the outside, and he will fall forward, and they give him the 1st down. Again, Madden being a little screwed there, but it is what it is. Nice play call there. Nice, unexpected toss play to the right. That was a good decision there by Ben.
Yeah, his pass-heavy offense is really opening up the run game. It seems like he's not grinding away yards on the ground, but he's getting a lot of big gains.
Sally able to fall forward, and I mean, if I told you heading into this game that Ben would have the more effective running game of the two, you'd say, oh yeah, Ben's winning this one in a blowout, I think, because I think Boz is probably known as the more run-oriented user of the two. But so far, again, Muhammad really unable to get too much going in terms of chunk plays, and Patterson and Sally looking very solid, again, getting consistent, decently long runs. 2-minute warning here, 24-10. Not quite in field position here for San Francisco, although on the edge. And again, Minnesota going to have to lock down here because, again, they could find themselves in a dangerous position here. We have cover 2 man. Kyler Murray, once again, making some adjustments, maybe reading what he sees here. This will be play action, and he goes up the seam. Dangerous read. Zach Ertz almost able to come down with it. That could have been a glitchy animation, but unable to, and that is 2nd and 10.
Again, great username by Boz. He trying to bait him into that sideline shot, and I mean Ben still throws it up double coverage, but almost a fantastic catch by Ertz. Yeah.
2nd and 10 here. Once again, San Francisco in a prime position here to really take a commanding lead heading in halftime. Even a field goal here, making a 3-possession game, you'd feel pretty good as Patterson with a really nice play call, although that will be undone by a holding penalty. And that's frustrating, those holding penalties on those long chunk plays. 2nd and 20 here as Minnesota gets a break. And real quick to give a shout out to the viewers in here. We got Alex, we got CMAS, Dan, Justin, Lucky, Morty, Jesse, Hero, Austin, Tain. I'm sure we'll get more as this game goes on. And we'll see how this goes here. 5-man rush, blitz gets through, intercepted by Kendricks. And will this be? No, it's not going to be pick 6, but oh my God, Kendricks gets killed. That is exactly the break that Boz needed. A throw out of sack goes right to Kendricks. And now Minnesota finding themselves once again in solid field position. First 10 at the 48.
That could end up being like the stop of the game right there. Or at least the stop that gets Boz back into this if he can put together even a decent drive to put up 3 points.
Beautiful stretch play. Muhammad gets free. Muhammad, his longest run of the day. He will go out of bounds at the 19-yard line. And that is honestly such a big momentum play because now instead of a potential 3-possession game, now you're looking at a situation where it could be 24-17 at halftime with Minnesota getting ball. So, as you said, Alex, a massive, massive play there. And now, we've not seen very good red zone efficiency from Minnesota so far. How aggressive are you getting here in terms of passing the ball versus running?
I'm 100% going for a touchdown here. I am not. I mean, the running game did work a little bit, at least on that one. But I think you have to play for a touchdown here. I lied earlier. I said you could take this 3, but no. I think just mentally, you have to score a touchdown here.
Yeah, for sure.
Make it a 1-score game.
Yeah, I meant aggressive more in terms of like the run-pass balance, but I mean, you're 100% right. Yeah, a field goal would feel like a failure at this point, especially given how the rest of this has gone. Muhammad with the dump off, unable to get much of anything going, and now, San Francisco smartly calls timeout, trying to conserve time for their own drive at the end. But yeah, man, I mean, Minnesota with 2 red zone drives already, only 3 points to come out of it. Again, a field goal here would feel like a massive failure, and you honestly get the sense that Minnesota could be in a much better position here, but unable to do so. Hand off to Muhammad. Muhammad does not get the read forward animation, and now if I'm Minnesota, you have to go for this 100%.
Oh, for sure. And what I meant by the 3 and the 7, whatever, I was just trying to say, like, he needs to be aggressive here and pass. I do not like the run-heavy approach just because his run game has not been going very well. I personally would not run the ball on this line, maybe within, like, the 5, but we'll see. Or I guess after this, because it is 4th and 1.
See, now he's doing this Trace McSorley shit again, and I don't know. I feel like you're really playing your hand here. McSorley goes down, will not get the first down, ran right into the D-line, and again, Minnesota getting way too cute here in terms of the play calling, and this will be 1st and 10 for San Francisco, 1:04 remaining.
That, I am baffled. That is just...
Yeah.
That is going to be an awful play call.
Yeah, Boz has really taken himself out of the game with some of this play calling. You have to say, seam shot, intercepted by Kendricks, the lurker again, and Kendricks with his 3rd interception. And man, San Francisco, I mean, God, momentum shifts all over the place here. Now Minnesota given another opportunity here to potentially put 7 on the board.
What the fuck did I just watch?
I don't even know, I'll be honest with you, but this is it. Seam shot, touchdown Vikings! And 3 plays in a row, 4th and 1 stop, interception, touchdown for the Vikings, and my goodness, we got kind of a cardiac game here, but Minnesota gets a touchdown, and now, somehow, against all odds, finds himself in this game. 24-17 San Francisco after the pick by Kyler Murray.
My head can't handle this. It's like back and forth between, oh yeah, Boz is getting blown out, to, oh shit, Boz is here. And I'm really not sure who's going to win this game. I'm glad it's a good one, though.
Yeah, the narrative is just changing all over the place here, and I feel like I've said this for like the 10th time now. We may end up having a good one. Fingers crossed, maybe. Justin saying this has been the sloppiest game, lol. Yeah, it's... I wouldn't say either user's probably particularly happy with how they played, but hey, I like what I'm seeing here in terms of, the form potentially heading into the Super Bowl, I like what I'm seeing. Patterson there with his 2nd rush goes for a gain of 5, and we have no huddle against San Francisco. with only one timeout and approaching 30 seconds remaining. Gonna be tough here unless you can, really diagnose one of those vertical shots. Three-man rush, he will drop back, goes to the out route, and Devontae Adams unable to come down with it. Kyler Murray 8 for 21. Obviously not what Ben was hoping for here in terms of passing efficiency. You're on mute.
I was just responding to it. Goes, no.
I mean, just making sure it's happened twice. I was just making sure. Professionalism here in the chat. 3rd and 5 here again, 29 seconds remaining. Would be huge for Minnesota to go into halftime with only a 1-possession deficit. That would feel like, honestly, a win here. Kyler Murray will drop back, gets sacked. Huge shot from Minnesota. Now Minnesota going to call their own timeout. God bless. God bless again. Gonna potentially get an opportunity to maybe get in field goal range here, especially since this, I would not have punted it right down the middle here. Now Gibson give an opportunity to get good field position. He will take it, able to shed a couple tackles, take it to the 39, and now 14 seconds left, 2 timeouts. Field goal range going to be tough to get to, but not impossible here for Minnesota. Alex continuing to respond to Justin, who absolutely hates to see it. Thanks for being a professional color commentator, Austin. I appreciate, Alex, excuse me. I appreciate this. 1st and 10 here again, 14 seconds remaining, and Tom Brady makes a series of adjustments. Going to try to cook something up, although you don't want to throw a pick 6 here. He will drop back, may have B, ends up going to B, although that's going to get no gain, and now Minnesota going to call timeout and try to cook something up, but that was pretty dangerous there for Minnesota. Dive up the middle. Khalfani Muhammad has room. Muhammad able to get to the 15. He will take his last time out, and you can't get into field goal range here. An out route would take too long, so we are going to see a Hail Mary here, and not expecting much, but you never know. Maybe some cheese could happen. It's possible. What's going on, Alex? Where are we? Well, this has turned into a solo comm, but, we're all the better off for it, quite frankly. 1st and 10 here again, 4 seconds remaining. 3-man rush. He will drop back. Will he be able to get to the end zone? Has a shot here, potentially. Unable to come down with it. It would be a 24-17 ball game at halftime. Remember, Minnesota is getting ball to start the second half. And again, against all odds, despite a few bad reads by Boz, despite a few bad play calls, he finds himself very much in this game. 24-17 San Francisco. Vikings gonna get the ball. And let me know in the chat, y'all. We got a lot of great Madden minds in the chat. What do you think that each user is maybe doing wrong here as this game's gone on, and what adjustments are you making? For either user to potentially salt away the win here. Marquise Brown takes it to the. That's Antonio Brown. No, that's AJ Brown. Ha! I'm trash. 2nd and 7 here again, y'all. I would not be making the Super Bowl of commentating when it comes to player recognition because I really do not watch the NFL under the Seahawks games, I'll be honest with you. Drops back, 3-man rush, has double seams, takes the dump off, and does a very smart decision. Eric Ebron, unable to get the reach for it, but able to get it to the 33, make it more manageable. 3rd and 2. Alex, what the fuck is going on?
This is going to be the worst broadcast I've ever done. I am so sorry. I think I've said it like 15 times. My phone has died. And I've muted my mic like 3 times and been talking. So I apologize. But anyway, I was responding to Justin because he was making fun of me in the Slack chat. And then my phone died.
Post shot to AJ Brown, and what a catch there. A huge first down conversion and a risky play to go with such a deep shot there on 3rd and 2. But Minnesota again driving here, and we'll be able to see how they continue to try to establish this run-pass balance moving forward as we have a potential audible here. Again, Ben kind of pressing up a handoff to Muhammad. Muhammad unable to get much of anything. That is a gain of 1. And Steele saying Connor team over scheme. Stop juking to hit 6 Steele. Dan saying Ben has to stop throwing seams because Lurker is dominating. That's on God. I think that's been at least 2 interceptions. I think maybe all 3 interceptions of Kyler Murray has been a seam shot that Kendricks has been able to get on one of those, Lurker animations. Brady will drop back. No one really open. May have B if he wants to go to it. Intercepted. Oh my God, Burnett dropped that. And a huge missed opportunity for San Francisco. And this will be 3rd and 9. And again, Boz, shaky throw, but does not pay the price.
That play makes me happy. Ben was bragging about how he signed some fast corner off of Cloud's practice squad. And that was him right there, Governor Pick.
As we have a throw out of sack and an unfortunate Not 3-and-out, but an unfortunate fourth down here for Boz, and he will be forced to punt this away. Never want to punt it away on your own or on the opponent's side of the field here, but unfortunately, fourth and that situation, Minnesota kind of forced to here. Not only are they forced to, but this punt will most likely, as he takes it on the 1-yard line. Interesting decision there. Harris trying to take it to the outside, gets to the 10-yard line. Probably just assumed there was backspin on that, although I'm not sure there was. Regardless, 1st and 10 here at the 10.
Yeah, not a bad decision to take that ball out, because with the backspin, that could have been really bad field position.
As we have a handoff and an inside stuff, and that will be a loss of 1 there. And first time we've really seen inside stuff play a factor here with Kinlaw. And if y'all can tell that my voice is a little bit shot, the energy maybe a little bit low, I apologize. A, I've announced like 5 games in the last 3 days, and B, I was kind of going ham during the Austin game in terms of yelling. So it is what it is. We'll make do here for the Super Bowl. 2nd and 11 is again 7 minutes remaining in this 3rd quarter, and this is again a dangerous situation here. Cover 2, which if you're Ben, gonna want to diagnose this here. Drops back, may have the dump off open. He goes to it. That is Devontae Adams with a gain of 5, make it more manageable. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I think Ben has slowly over the game adjusted to Boz's defense. He's starting to stray away from the sideline streaks, and he's actually hitting drags, which is a new thing. I've never really seen Ben do that.
It's truly unbelievable, yeah. Just Ben continuing to show that he is one of the GOATs of all GOATs. Beautiful double move there by Samuel, and that is an easy gain of 17 and a 1st down. And again, I'm actually a little surprised we didn't see no huddle there, because Ben has been known to do no huddle when he likes the defensive alignment that he sees, but nothing doing there. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd reception, and again, this will be 1st and 10 as we are approaching midway through the 3rd quarter. Kyle Murray making some adjustments. This will be a touch pass to Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel might have room. He has the lead blocking as well. Samuel with a huge gain and a spin falls forward to the 42-yard line, and again, nice play call there from Ben, because Boz clearly did not see it coming.
Yeah, for sure. But I also think it's really interesting that Boz keeps sending so much heat, just because, like you said earlier in the game, Ben is so good at seeing the open man. So I don't really know if I agree with that.
If the blocking holds up, this may be a touchdown. Harris able to get past everyone. Falls down at the 1. Not falls down. He gets tackled, I should say, at the 1-yard line. And man, very nice play call there. Saw the cover 3 zone blitz coming. Knew that the bubble screen was going to be wide the hell open. And Patterson was really nice downfield blocking. And that will be a huge gain and a 1st goal to 1.
That was Devontae Adams blocking, actually.
That was Devontae Adams blocking, yeah.
Yeah, not Cordell Patterson. Yikes. I'm sorry, I can't even make fun of you.
Listen, you can make fun of me for my misidentification all the time.
No, but I fucked up so many times this stream that it's not fair. I can't do that.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I didn't even respond to the touchdown there. Touchdown 49ers! 31-17 here is, just a simple run down the middle most of the time is all it takes in those situations, as we have a kickoff there. And this, again, 2-possession game. It feels like Boz has been teetering on the edge of this not being a game, it feels like, since halfway through the 1st quarter, but still in it. But again, he's going to have to be efficient here moving forward. 1st 10 is, I absolutely love the trap call here against what we're seeing from this defensive alignment here. Should go big. He has it. Kafani Muhammad able to get to the 30-yard line. That's gain of 5 there.
I respect Boz for still running, but I don't know if it's going to be enough at this point. I know that it is only almost the 4th quarter. There's still 4 minutes left, but I just feel like you start putting up points, being a little more aggressive against a team like Ben's, just because his offense is so lethal.
About to throw the ball with Trace McSorley. 2 men there. Throw out a sack. Easy interception by Moore. He tried to pitch it, but unable to get the pitch off. Again, getting way too cute with his play calling, way too cute with putting McSorley in the game. And now San Francisco, really with their first real opportunity all game to truly potentially put the game away here. Up 31-17 again. 7 combined turnovers by both users here, as we have a pretty stacked box here. Kyler Murray with some play action. May have the corner open. He wants to go to it. Corner route. Samuel unable to get both feet down. A very fortuitous animation there for Boz.
Yeah, I think if Ben scores right here, I think this is where Boz starts to mentally check out, and I will be clowning him after this game. So I am excited. Unless he pulls off the comeback. I do not want to count on it.
Yeah, we'll see. Again, still plenty of time. There's still about a quarter and a half left, as we have a stretch play there to Johnson. hit the right hole, but just unable to do too much as we have an injury. Nick Boyle goes down, and now 3rd and 8. And if Minnesota a must-stop situation, I would not want to be down by 21 in this situation. I can tell you that much. But again, you know, you got to say about Boz here, he's had a few like really nice reads and a few really nice lurks from Kendricks, but overall, just really shooting himself in the foot with some of this offensive play calling.
Yeah, I'm not really upset with his defense. I think
yeah.
Ben's put up a lot of points just because of, you know, his offense giving him good field position. But, I mean, his defense has been locked down. If he could just match that with his offense, he would be a very good, you know, Super Bowl threat. But at this point in time, I don't think he's there yet just because his offense is kind of lacking.
Now, Minnesota calling a play before they even saw what formation Ben came out in here. And now you may have a bit of a mismatch in a 4-6 situation. Kyler Murray making a series of adjustments. Again, he will do a fake snap. He will drop back. Kyler Murray, no one open. Escape artist has to throw it. He'll throw it against the grain. Intercepted by the user by Blackwell. And will this be a pick 6? No one will catch Blackwell, and what a momentum shift. Back and forth here. Touchdown, Vikings.
Connor, I am so sick of saying Boz is about to get shit on, and then he proves me wrong. So from now on, Boz is winning the damn game. Okay? Ben sucks. Boz is winning.
That's unbelievable. No, I mean, they're legit. I mean, you're right. They've legit been like 10 times where I've wanted to count Boz out of this game, but somehow, you know, partially aided by Ben and partially of Boz's own doing, he keeps putting himself back into position to, you know, potentially tie the game here. And again, man, 4 turnovers from both users, you know, 4 interceptions each. It's just a sloppy game. It's honestly a sloppy game from both users.
For sure. And I'm really confused with that play call because what was it, 4th and inches?
Yeah.
And Ben's, you know, run offense has actually been good, surprisingly. So I'm not sure why he doesn't just. You know,
oh boy! Audible. Had it wide open. The man coverage gets exposed. No one on Samuel, and a 1-play touchdown 49ers. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Now we're back.
I'll be honest with you.
I was gonna get shit on. I don't know.
I'm shook. I'm very shook. I'll be honest with you.
Me too.
Like I don't even know what to make of this game anymore, or what to make of like either user's performance. It's just like the momentum shifts are just all over the place.
For real.
God dang. I mean, yeah, 38-24 here, San Francisco, and God, I'm not even gonna say anything about Boz's chances because every time I say something, I just immediately get proven wrong. So I'm not even gonna say anything about the game situation. But again, down 14, Minnesota. Yeah. Down 14, Minnesota going for bounce back. Steele saying this is the weirdest game I've ever seen. And yeah, I would second that. I really do not know what's going on. But again, you know, the situation we find ourselves in is Ben up 14. Not out of it here again if you're Boz, although going to have to get something going as we have a handoff to Muhammad, and that is a gain of 2. And I like continuing to establish the run, but again, Alex, as you were saying, you know, going to have to be more efficient in the passing game here.
Yeah, I'm still shook. I'm still so confused. So, like, if the trends are going the same, he's going to throw a pick or some dumb shit's going to happen, and then he's going to get a turnover the next possession.
Tom Brady rolls out, and that is not a sign of success there. If you are the Minnesota Vikings, that is a sack and a 3rd and 15 to Neil Hunter there on the sack, and we'll see what Minnesota's able to conjure up here. You know, these 3rd and long situations, the Vikings have not been super effective in these situations so far, but we'll see what he's able to do. Again, 3-man rush. May have Live wants to go to it. Does not. Instead, that is a dump off to Ebron. And now, I mean, you're 4th and 9. No, you can't go for it, especially given the fact that San Francisco's done 4 interceptions. You kind of got to trust your defense here.
Yeah, this is the thing that Boz has been missing. He's just not hitting his checkdowns. Like, if he made that pass about 2 quarters ago, you know, then I think this game would be a lot closer, even though it is still close.
Sure.
But I think like it'd be like a 1-possession game. But he's just refusing to hit the checkdowns for the most part and just keeps launching it deep.
His stick out of bounds, first instead of 3rd, too. And yeah, I mean, this is really like, if I told Boz going into this game, you know, Ben's going to throw 4 picks, one of them's going to be pick 6, you know, Boz would have felt really, really good about that. And yet he finds himself down 14 anyway, again, due to a lack of offensive efficiency. We have a dump off there, Samuel. Very nice contested play there by Hughes, the DB, and that will be 2nd and 10. And Ben looking like he's kind of not staring down one read necessarily, but he'll kind of like go to it through thick and thin here. Again, not the first contested throw that he's thrown this game. Again, 2nd and 10, minute 14 remaining in this one. As Kyler Murray makes a series of checks, he will drop back. Four-man rush goes to the dump off. Patterson with the juke and a gain of 7.
Yeah, like you said, the one read thing, it's very interesting to me. I feel like this is where you start to go a little more run heavy, and you kind of, in my opinion, it's easy to hit those short reads. Like, you can read the whole field, but he's still staring down the 5-yard out.
Murray drops back, throws it right to the user, and Adams jumps over the defender. Touchdown, San Francisco!
Even hits the celly. That was close. I would have laughed.
The disrespect, and we may be seeing a situation where Ben's starting to salt this game away a little bit here. I mean, honestly, Boz did a good job of, baiting him into that read and then trying to take away with the user, but Devontae Adams just too good there, and now we have a 21-point game as we approach the fourth quarter, and whatever hope that Boz has had throughout the game here, rapidly dwindling, again, down 21.
Stop it. Stop. You know what's going to happen.
One play touchdown. Pick six. Yep, 100%. And then all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, Boz is back in this game.
And then Ben scores 2 touchdowns in a row.
God. I love and hate this game at the same time. It's really weird. First 10 here, a draw. Interesting play calls. Muhammad will go down. I feel like draws don't work in this Madden. Like, I've never gotten a draw to work.
I've gone to my custom playbook and taken out every draw from my playbook just to add a few more plays.
Yeah.
They really don't.
They're not worth it. Block shots happen way too easily. Again, we're approaching the fourth quarter. 3-man rush, a dump off to Muhammad, and all of a sudden hitting the dump offs, but again, way too late for that. At this point, you kind of got to get going here for Minnesota. And ladies and gentlemen, for one last time, as you're not going to hear my voice next time, put your fours in the chat!
I don't have the chat pulled up. I can't put it forward, sorry.
That's so disrespectful.
Don't hate me. I'm sorry, let me load up my computer too, and I'll watch the stream on there.
3rd and 9 again, 10 minutes remaining in this one. Boz down bad, but again, not completely out of this game as he will drop back, goes to the corner route. Dangerous read. Davis comes down with the interception, although he does fall out of bounds. And now 4th and 9. At this point, you're almost in a situation where you got to go for it. Yeah, as it looks like Minnesota's going to do so. And this could be game. I mean, it will be game, I think, if they don't pick this up.
I'm still not doing it. I'm not doing it. I refuse. But that was a bit of a rough read. As soon as he pulled his user off, he should have hit that corner and not let him upfield. But at least it wasn't a pick.
Yeah, which honestly, that's a good outcome for Boz at this point. Against him, and Rush will drop back, take very nice usering there as Moore actually put himself out of position at the end. And that is Chesina with a huge catch and a first down. And again, Minnesota trying to give themselves a bit of life here. Chesina with his 4th reception. Despite the 96 speed, we really have not seen Chesina get loose much this game, downfield. And again, that is credit to how good Ben is at guarding those deep passes with his defense. Again, 3-man rush. The block shed gets through. That is the defense tackle, Aaron Donald, with the sack. 2nd and 22.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird to say this because Ben is like an elite user, but I'm very impressed with his defense so far. He's done a really good job of adjusting to what Boz is doing.
Yeah.
His offense. Yeah, but he's really fighting through the picks. Like to throw 4 interceptions and one of them's a pick 6, and still put up 45 points is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I interrupted you there. I'm sorry, but yeah, 3-man rush, 3rd and 17 takes away the corner. Really nice read there. And see, like that happens, then like Boz randomly comes up with like a really nice read there. Like I don't get it. Like the the consistency hasn't been there, but he's had some really nice throws.
Yeah, I guarantee you this play, he's gonna just throw it up in triple coverage, maybe be a pick 6.
We'll see here. A 3-man rush. Brady will roll out. Does not have anyone. May try to force it to X. Yeah, unable to get both feet down there. Again, a tough animation if you're Minnesota, and this will be 2nd and 10 again. Minnesota driving, but A, taking too long, and B, you gotta get into the end zone here.
I mean, I could be blind, but I'm pretty sure he rat caught that. I'm not really.
Well, that's
sure
tough. That's tough. Goes to Muhammad. Nice dump off, although stays inbounds. And at this point, for Minnesota, you may want to consider going no huddle. Every second is a blessing if you're Minnesota. And once again, time continuing to tick away from Minnesota's season. God, I hate these play calls. I hate these fucking play calls, dude. And I'm sorry for cursing, CMS. And then it was wide open, and you don't take it. That was a first down if he hands it off. I'm pissed. Now, Ben deserves this game. I'm pissed.
Yeah, I agree. He's getting big so hard the next time I talk to him. Actually, I'm going to invite him to a party after this game is over and yell at him if he doesn't come into the Discord.
100%. I would hope he comes into Discord because I have many questions, but we'll see what he does. 4th and 4 here, and again, has to get this, a must convert situation. He will have Y, ends up throwing it up into triple coverage, intercepted by Burnett, and that is game, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're Ben, honestly, just run it 3 times. Even if you don't get it, you don't care, because Minnesota ain't scoring. No, I'm calling game. Minnesota ain't scoring 21 points here. I guarantee you. It's a stone cold lock. Stone cold lock.
Okay.
Stone cold lock.
We'll see.
Guarantee from the humble host here.
See.
1st and 10 again, 6:37 remaining. And if you're Ben, every pass is stupidity here. He will hand it off to Sally. Sally able to get through everyone, and look out. Sally is past the entire team. Touchdown, San Francisco! And congratulations to Ben. Again, going from a 20-point deficit against Kook to making the Super Bowl here, where he is going to face, wait for it, boys, my Cleveland Browns.
Oh, that's disgusting. God,
I mean, I'm sorry that one person in the party actually makes Super Bowls. Like, get good.
Okay.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Aggressive. That was uncalled for. One day.
100% one day.
I will get shit on in the Super Bowl.
This cycle, you are making a Super Bowl. That's not a guarantee.
No.
That's not a guarantee. No, that's not a guarantee. No, that's not. Okay, well, you know what? Take the kiss of death then. I don't give a damn. 504 offensive yards.
Super Bowl this cycle. What is it if it's not a guarantee?
Why are we handing it off? Down 28. Throw the ball.
Connor, is it a suggestion?
Right. I believe in you enough where I think you will probably, I'll say probably, make a Super Bowl this
You
cycle.
already said I'm going to make one.
You've gotten better every season. What? So I'm trying to compliment you, and why are you just like not taking the compliment?
Because compliment someone, they lose.
You're actually not wrong. I'll be honest with you.
I'm scared.
Two straight runs here from Minnesota down 28, and yeah, I think we just saw Bots mentally check out of this game. I'll be honest with you. And now he's got McSorley in the game. Like, he's just doing whatever right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's done. I can't wait for this post-game interview.
Intercepted by Moore just to continue to put this game away. This will be a blowout. Touchdown, 49ers. And again, competitive game for 3 quarters has turned into a laugher here in the 4th quarter. 59-24, a blowout win by Ben.
Connor, please just bank Ben's cheeks in the Super Bowl. Okay, I need you to just bend him over backwards. Put him in a pretzel and smack that ass, okay?
That sounds kind of hot, honestly. Like, can we film it? No comment there from Alex, I guess. Yeah, 59-24, and yeah, we're going to get a Browns versus 49ers Super Bowl. Remove all bias here, like pretend I'm not in the party. Who do you see as, like, not the favorite, but who do you think has the upper hand? Yeah, probably.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow.
My actual... God, it's rough because I don't think I'm necessarily an elite passer or whatever, but I think, I'm in the top of the league when it comes to passing, and you completely shut me down. Austin, best passer in the league, no doubt. Shut him down. I think it's going to be closer than some people may think, and I think Ben's offense is going to struggle. I think it's going to be a really big test for Ben, even if I think he has the slight upper hand, because that secondary is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
and your offense has looked fantastic. You're really good at, controlling the clock, running the ball, hitting them with the play action. You kind of
thanks,
do
man.
Except 10 times better. So,
oh my God.
I think it's going to be a good ass game.
Or
he'll blow you up. I don't know.
That could happen too. This is the nicest I've ever been to me. I'm shook. Yeah, Minnesota not even
don't get
used at this point. It is what it. Oh, I won't. Trust me. 2nd and 5 here again. Tom Brady will drop back 3-man rush. These 3-man rushes just keep getting through, and Tom Brady is just besieged back there. Another sack by Danielle Hunter, 3rd and a mile.
5 linemen just staring at him get sacked by all 3 of them. That's crazy. But,
yeah, that's some great awareness there by the blockers. You love to see it. Great coding once again by the EA devs.
And I think one of my least favorite things is when you send a guy on a streak and he does that little release move on the air. Just run. There's no one there.
Dump off to Muhammad. Muhammad gets absolutely blown up, and that is a metaphor for this entire game. Or really the second half, because again, the first half was competitive. Yeah, I mean, God. I don't really know like what I was expecting from this game, and I don't know what I was expecting after the first half, especially given how many momentum shifts there were. But at the end of the day, you got to give Ben credit. It was not a perfect game by him, but he did enough to win. And Boz, again, giving him a couple pick sixes here, doing enough to win convincingly at the end of the day. And once again, Ben will make the Super Bowl. We will see how that game goes. I know it's going to be tomorrow. I know Ben's not wanting to play, and I honestly don't particularly want to play right now either.
It's time. Both of you guys. Especially you.
Well, Friday. No. There's gonna be a lot more viewership.
Imagine holding up the Super Bowl because you just don't feel like.
Well, fuck it. We'll play tonight then. We'll play tonight. I don't give a shit. We'll play tonight.
Ben won't. Ben's not.
We're playing right now. Right after this game. Okay, man, sorry. Second and 18. As we got a read option, and it works out for McSorley as he will take it to the 22-yard line. And yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow night, and I actually think tomorrow night's better because like Friday night, I think we're actually gonna get a lot more viewership than we would if we played it tonight.
I just want to get to the damn draft so I can start playing my games. Like I want to get to the draft a bunch of busts, and then start playing.
I thought Microsoft was gonna bless me this entire game that pops up for the last second.
Viewership.
Well, okay, this entire game we've had like 12 viewers, so I'm saying, for the Super Bowl, I'm expecting damn near the entire league to show out for that one, but I don't think we're going to get it if we play tonight. It seems like people are busy.
No, we will. We will. Have faith. Except Gamble won't because he's on vacation.
Oh no, whatever will I do with Gamble not watching my game? Oh no.
Wow. Are you saying all users aren't equal?
Yes, Tom Brady would just back. So, no, I'm kidding. I love Gamble. Throw on a sec. Go ahead.
Nothing. No, it's fine.
Touch pass here to Muhammad. Muhammad gets leveled, and that is a loss of 4. Might be the last play of the game here. Minnesota not particularly rushing to call play. Maybe one more touchdown for the road, and maybe one more pick 6 for the road. You never know. Play action. Brady drops back, throws it into coverage. Intercepted by Fred Warner, and ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Ben on a decisive 59-24 victory over Boz's Minnesota Vikings. He will move on to the Super Bowl to face the Cleveland Browns.
Where he will absolutely shit on them.
That's funny.
Like, you thought the Browns had brown uniforms. Oh my god.
That's funny.
Like, it's going to be horrible.
I remember
cannot wait.
Go ahead.
I'm done.
And I was just going to say, I remember when people thought you would shit on me, and I remember when people thought Austin would shit on me. It's interesting how that works out.
Now I got a big head.
No, listen.
You sound like me. See, if I said that,
Ben's the favorite. No, Ben's the favorite. Ben's 100% the favorite. I'm just saying I'm done with the disrespect. I'm done being treated like a shit tier user. Okay, anyway, that's not the point of this post-game interview here. I'm sorry. Boz, sorry about that loss. Kind of a tough loss. Of course, momentum swings all over the place, really, for the first 3 quarters. It's like you were out of the game, then you were in it, out, back in. A lot of interceptions on both sides. Is there anything you regret about your game plan in retrospect, or do you think you did the right thing and just came up short?
Yeah, you're right. It was pretty sloppy. Both. I made a couple many.
Your mic's cutting out. I'm sorry, I can't really hear you. Boz? Oh no. Oh no.
It was doing that for Phil too for me. It was really hard to understand what Phil was saying.
Yeah, I was doing that for Phil too. Boz, are you still there?
I am, but I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, you may just need to talk like a little bit louder or something, because I heard like 2 words at a time and it kept cutting out. But yeah, anyway, was that the game plan you intended? Do you feel like it was a lack of execution, or do you feel like you would, if you could do it all over again, do you feel like you would fundamentally change your game plan?
No, I mean, most of it would be the same, just, don't make so many mistakes, but yeah, it was a tough game. He plays really good defense. Yeah, so don't make mistakes. Probably the best one.
Yeah.
Don't force it when you don't need to.
100%, yeah. Not making mistakes. Critical in Madden and in life, honestly. Alex, do you have any questions for Boz before we move on to the NFC champion, Ben?
Oh, I have so many questions, but they will have to come off stream because they are not really stream appropriate.
Give us one.
How was your day, Voz?
Oh, that's
Okay,
pretty
no.
good. I woke up, I won a game. I'm now going to bed, and I lost the game. So it's like a whole cycle.
I guess my question is, what are your expectations for next season?
At least get back to the champion. There'll be a lot of changes, in fact. But probably, we'll see what the schedule's like. I had an easy schedule this year. It'll probably be harder next. Probably, you don't want to go backward.
100%.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So from what I did hear, it sounds like you're going to be building a new team. So I am excited to see what you do with that roster because I think personally it's pretty impressive that you made it to the championship with that team.
Yeah.
And you didn't even have Dalvin Cook. Sorry. So I am excited to see what you can do next year with a real team.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. You can absolutely build on this momentum. I don't think a lot of people were expecting, a Boz 1 seed and a Boz conference championship game appearance heading into this. So you definitely, I wouldn't say shocked, but you definitely, surprised most of the league with your very solid play, especially against King in the divisional round. And I'm excited to see what you do moving forward. Of course, the man of the hour, we find him in the party right now, your NFC champion, Ben. Again, a relatively decisive game. I don't think the final score would indicate how maybe shaky it was in the first half on both sides, but again, a decisive at the end, 59-24 victory. Ben, first talk about just your progression, through the season, through the cycle, the changes you've made to your team, the changes you've made to the roster, and then how it's all led to this moment where you will again face my Cleveland Browns in the Super Bowl.
Hey Connor, first of all, just wanted to congratulate you on your AFC Championship win over the defending champion Austin. Big shout out to Austin as well, another great year. And also want to give a shout out real quick to Boz, I guess. Sorry. What a great year! And I don't think anybody saw it coming. And then to win a playoff game decisively over one of the best users in the NFC. I mean, I think this game kind of got away. It was a lot closer than the score would indicate, but nevertheless, a really good season. Boz, definitely looking forward to next year for you. All that being said, going back to your question, really this roster, not a lot has changed since we went to the Super Bowl last year, other than bringing in Devontae Adams, which was obviously a big boost to the offense. A lot of these players like Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Danielle Hunter, and even Aaron Donald have improved over the last 2 seasons here since I've had them, which, they were already amazing to begin with, so that helps a lot. I think this is a better team than I had against Austin next year. I don't think I'm necessarily playing my best game. I played really well, lights out against CMAS, but definitely feel like obviously the roster's in a good spot, but I'm gonna have to bring my A game if I'm gonna get another ring in our upcoming Super Bowl matchup.
100%. I'm really excited for it. The last question I'll ask you, obviously, I'm not going to ask you to get into the Super Bowl necessarily because we're both in here. There's no real point in doing that. But as far as the the dynamics of the NFC go, obviously struggled against Kook, but ended up winning that. I don't think anyone thinks that Kook is going to be the man to beat next year in the NFC whatsoever. Relatively decisive wins again versus Steve Bass and Boz here. With Dan's regression and with all the other dynamics of the NFC, do you see yourself as the man of the NFC moving forward? Do you see yourself as the 1A user?
Well, I think it's hard to say no when you've made 2 out of the 3 Super Bowls. But I'm going to say no. Flat out, I do think Dan is better than me. I'm not afraid to say it. I do think he's been in a rut that I don't think anybody could see coming. He's been struggling with a few elements of Madden 21 that I think he's at some point going to figure out. And any day of the week, I think Dan is the best player in the NFC. That being said, I think I'm a far, far superior GM and pretty close in terms of player, if not right there. Just my opinion that I think Dan is better. I think the NFC, as far as the top tier talent, is a little deeper than the AFC tends to get us credit for. I think obviously there are the big names in the AFC, and Connor, I guess you're one of them now. But nevertheless, I think there
we'll
are.
See. Yeah.
I think there are probably 5 or 6 teams in the NFC that could make the Super Bowl any given season, and not too many people would be surprised.
That's absolutely fair. Yeah, and I mean the top tier talent, the NFC is still nothing to play with whatsoever. Despite AFC supremacy being a very real mentality with some of the users in this league. I have no further questions for Ben. Alex, do you have anything before we cut the stream off?
First of all, NFC dog shit. Second of all, Ben, I was saying on the stream that I'm very impressed with your passing game. While I know you did have like 48% completion percentage and a lot of interceptions, I was impressed just because you had so many yards, so many touchdowns, and ultimately you ended up blowing balls out. What do you think? Like, what did you do mentally to keep yourself in it after those picks and still put up, a decent performance on the scoreboard?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I've had, unfortunately, plenty of experience throwing interceptions this year. I think I had over 40, I'm almost certain, which is not a good thing, obviously, and something I gotta have to clean up in the next game. That being said, I mean, I have faith in myself as a passer. Also, some of my throws tend to be high risk, high reward. And every now and then, if I think that I have the percentage points on my end, I'm gonna roll that dice. I think that's just sort of how Madden tends to be. It's not like real life where if you throw 20 picks in a season, you're terrible. If you throw 20 picks in a season here, you're probably the best quarterback in the entire league. So I think there is a
Shout out
risk.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly right. I think there's a risk reward factor that certain teams like Connor is not inclined to take those risks as much as I would necessarily be. But then you don't hit those rewards either. So I mean, you got to judge it off of every play definitely and how the game's going. As far as this game, I was really, really blown away by Boss's usering with Michael Kendricks.
Mhm.
I know he's got Lurker, but there was a couple that just I couldn't even believe it. I had to put my controller down for a second. A couple dumb throws on my part, definitely, but yeah, I mean he made some plays. There's no doubt about it. I just there, I thought there was a few more plays out there for me than maybe he had on offense that you could kind of read pre-snap a little bit better. I said it in the last post-game interview. Half the game was played pre-snap, and I think I maybe it was really close after the snap, but before the snap, I think I dominated, and that's why the score ended up being where it was.
Beautiful stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, those
I think.
Oh no,
Wow,
go ahead.
Connor.
No, go. The
Wow.
floor is
No,
yours.
Connor,
The
it's
floor is
fine.
yours. The floor is yours. No, all you.
I think I have a lot of respect for your game plan. I think there's a lot of users in here who like to say like, fuck it and chuck it. I think you embody that though. I think you, like you said, you take those calculated risks, and I really respect that style of gameplay instead of dumping it off all the time. And it's also very entertaining to watch. I think like one day I would like to be there as a passer. I think I'm a little too conservative at times, but congrats on the win. Good luck in the Super Bowl, and
Thank
fuck
you.
the NFC.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a really entertaining game, Ben. I think we play two very different styles of
Absolutely.
Madden here, especially on offense. So I think it's gonna be kind of a good clash of styles there. But yeah, again, Ben, sincere congratulations for winning the NFC. You absolutely deserve it, especially this season. And I'll see you in the Super Bowl, man. Any final
Yeah, buddy.
comments or statements here before we close this thing out?
First of all, fuck Ocho.
Facts.
Second of all, Connor, just last thing, I do want to congratulate you on your last one of the season against Austin. That was really impressive.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Congrats on winning your bum ass conference. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, sir, Connor.
Thank you so much for joining. Nah, everyone knows I got love and respect for Ben. Thank you all so much for joining. Again, 2 great conference championship games. It will be the Cleveland Browns versus the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl, which Ben and I will, hit each other up in the DMs and schedule most likely tomorrow night, I would imagine. Again, thank you all so much for joining. Thank you, little Alex, for joining me in the booth, even with his technical difficulties and his
I am man
speaking
Alex now.
difficulties. You're little Alex to me. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Okay.
It is what it is. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. I am your play-by-play man, Connor Rice. Again, congrats to Ben on winning the NFC. Peace.